morning, guys. Welcome to the video. Welcome to Kutaisi, Georgia. It's the third largest city of Georgia, but before we get into that, let me give you a bit of context of what happened and where I am, what am I doing, because I don't know actually whether this video will be connected. It will be a unique, all-in-one video with the previous one, where I was wandering in the villages of Georgia, or it's gonna be a separate one, an individual one. So, and actually wait, let me just put the place where I'm going on Google Maps, because I totally forgot and I don't have internet. Let me do that real quick. And so I am here visiting my brother for a couple of days. I've been traveling from Turkey. I traveled from Istanbul to Ankara, then I went to Cappadocia, and then from there I took a bus, and here I am in Georgia. I have been here for a week, and this is maybe gonna be the only video, or if the other one from the villages will be a separate one, then it's gonna be my second video. But I was not able to film as much because I was sick, and I still am a little bit, so pardon my voice. But anyways, and it was also my brother's birthday. I'm also slightly hangover. It was yesterday, the birthday. Let me show you the nice walk I'm taking. A bit off-road, but we are gonna get into the city very quickly. And so yes, I've been sick, so I was not able to film, and this is gonna be my only video probably. But I wanted to show you a bit around the city. It's pretty nice. I have already been in Georgia. This is my second time. I was here 3 years ago. During actually when COVID started, and that was a bit of a problem there, because I remained stuck in the country. They canceled my flights and everything, so it was a problem, but I enjoyed it a lot. I traveled quite a bit. I was in the mountains, and I was in the capital. I know it's noisy, but I want to show you also the view a bit that I see right now. Just let me show you the view real quick. Let me see if you can see it from here. Take a look. That's the city of Kutaisi. Really beautiful. Third largest city, as I was saying. Should have around 150,000 citizens, I think. The capital is Tbilisi, and the second largest city is Batumi on the Black Sea. And let's check again the map right now. Right now we are gonna head towards the Cathedral. That's the plan. The Cathedral, it's a bit outside of the city, a bit of a hike on a hill, not a hike, but like a walk on a hill. So I'm gonna show you a bit the outskirts of the city in the meantime. This is pretty much a nice neighborhood. I haven't been in this area when I came the first time, but I was in the city of Kutaisi, and from there I went to Bakuriani in the mountains. I was in Tbilisi, I was in Batumi. I went to the monasteries that you can go around. These dogs. Let me just wait a sec, otherwise you will hear only barking. But oh my god, there are dogs everywhere. But yeah, I was in the Gelati monastery, which is really nice and real. Like outside of the city, you need to take like a taxi or have a car to get there. And also I was in the other monastery, now I don't recall the name, which is outside of the city, so you can do like a day trip all together. And I was in the Mtsketa monastery on that trip, which is rather closer to Tbilisi. Alright, while I take a walk here through the outskirts of the town, I wanted to tell you some few things about Georgia. Georgia is a country here in the Caucasus region, and Kutaisi specifically is the capital of the Emirati region of Georgia. And the money that they are using here are the lari. Let me show you how they look like. So just give me a sec. So this is the 20 lari, and it's pretty much like 6 euros and 60 maybe, more or less. You should divide by 3, so it's like 6 euros, so more or less like $7 I think. But yeah, so here we are heading towards the cathedral right now. Pretty nice area. It reminds me a bit of Bulgaria, of the little villages. I'm sure Georgian villages are quite similar to this one. And here you got some local kids like buying things, some shops. Quite cold day, it's like 3 or 4 degrees, but it's quite nice actually. It's you can support it. That's the Georgian language that they are talking. While in the country, most of the youngsters speak in English, and they also understand Russian, mostly the older people, I think. Let me check the map again. So I should go, I think, on this street here. Let's go over here. Quite little streets, I think not many foreigners pass through here, as you can tell, but it looks pretty cool to see. Not the central areas. We are gonna head to the center after we get to the cathedral. But yes, like houses with the garden. Everyone has their own animals and dogs, cats. Not sure whether they have also chickens around here. In the villages I'm sure, but in the city I'm not. But yeah, quite uphill. I'm getting hot and warm, so I might take off the hat soon. Alright, I just switched to filming with my phone because my SD card of the camera is full and I did not bring another one. I do not wanna go back to the house just for that, but let's continue the walk with the phone. It should be quite okay. You can see a Russian truck in front of you. It's a KAMAZ, classic into the post-Soviet countries. You can hear some roosters singing, or I don't know how you say it. And where is the road? Like, okay, should be behind the truck. Over here, old Soviet buildings. I was talking to some local friend of my brother here from Kutaisi, and he was telling me that during the let me just finish here, let me just pass so you can hear better. During the Soviet times, Kutaisi was quite a industrial city, very economically powerful for the country, They were producing their own cars, their own trucks, and all sorts of industry was present in the city. But since the Soviet Union collapsed in the 90s, since then the industrial potential of the city has been lost for the most part. Nice street to go down here. You can see, I think people are leaving their trash hanging, so probably someone will be passing to collect it. Quite a local area. You can see old ladies going for their shopping, and yes, really nice. Okay, she's cleaning. Classic Soviet brush. I have seen it in Bulgaria. As you know, I'm half Bulgarian, so lots of things resemble in these countries, even the brushes. Gamarjova. I think Gamarjova should be good morning. I'm not sure, I don't wanna mistake it, so I'm not gonna try it again. But otherwise, whenever I have problems, I use the Russian, and usually older people understand me, like the guy in the taxi. When I got here, they understood. Oh my god, there are so many dogs here. So I'm gonna continue filming afterwards, actually. Few minutes later, and we arrived to the Bagrati Cathedral, which was our goal for this first section of the video. Doggo, you wanna say hi? Alright, so, and we are sitting on the Ukimerioni hill. It's, I mean, we are not sitting, but the cathedral is sitting on the Ukimerioni hill. The cathedral was built in the 11th century during the reign of the Bagrat king, I think, and that's why it's called Bagrati Cathedral. There is some controversy about the cathedral because it has been destroyed and reconstructed and renovated multiple times, and the last time it was started in the 50s, which is the one that made it as we look today. But since then it was removed from the World Heritage list of the UNESCO because I think the style has been changed, and so somehow they have decided to remove it because of certain criteria that they have in the UNESCO. But it's an Orthodox church from the Georgian Orthodox Church, and it's pretty nice. Let's see, I hope we can enter. Actually, let me show you the name in Georgian and with the letters. So here is the Bagratis Cathedral in English, and on the top you can see the Georgian name for it. I'm not able to read it obviously, but yes, Georgian writing is very different from anything else I have seen, and very particular. You cannot read it unless you are Georgian or you have studied Georgian. Even if you know Russian, or to some people resembles Arabic or whatever to some foreigners. So yeah, it's a bit hard. Nice area. There's a, now I just saw this on this house. Look at this. This is definitely a patriarch, probably, of the church. He lived since 1885 to 1964. Obviously I cannot read it, as I was saying, but very nice carving here. Let me touch if it's carving. Yeah, it is carved. But yeah, let's get into the church if it's possible. So just in front of the cathedral here, there is this sign with the history of the reconstruction of the Bagrati Cathedral since the 1900 to 1994, and you can see the pictures here. of the whole reconstruction process. So view of the ruins of the cathedral at the beginning of the 20th century, and then that's how it was, the restoration between 1930 and 1950s, and here between the 50s and the 80s, and this is more recent, since the 90s basically, as we see it today. Let's try to get in. Classic Orthodox style from the outside. There is this tower on the side as well. You cannot go up, I see, it's locked. And there is also a I don't know how you can call it, like a cupola in Italian. If someone knows Italian, they know what I mean. But yeah, let's try to get in. Здравейте. Some ritual is going on, some praying, so I cannot really speak. Do not disturb. Classic golden pictures. It's often the case in Orthodox churches. There is a lot of gold usually. I don't know if it's actually gold, but at least that's the appearance of it. The Orthodox Church is very common throughout the Slavic countries and post-Soviet, in Russia, Georgia, Bulgaria, Greece. Very nice. Nice little site here. You can see the Rioni River, one of the largest in Georgia. It's crossing through the city of Kutaisi, and there you can see in the distance on the other side the holy temple of Kutaisi. Looks quite old from the color, and over there on the other side we have the chain bridge which we're gonna be crossing in just few minutes to get into the city center. And yeah, I just wanted to show you this nice site around here. Looks pretty cool, I think. Alright guys, we made it to the main square of Kutaisi. It's called Agmaneshbeli Square. Really difficult name to pronounce there. Sorry for the Georgians for the pronunciation. And as you can see right here, we have the Caucasus fountain dedicated to the Caucasus reign, which was, how can I say, ruling over this area. I don't remember exactly in which period. And here on the side, I wanted to show you on the bank building. As you can see, there are the Georgian flag and the European Union flag. The Georgian flag, obviously, for obvious reasons, but why is the European Union flag there? So the answer is because just few days ago, the European Union gave the candidate status to Georgia, and at the same time also to Ukraine and to Moldova. And so throughout the city in various parts you can see Georgian flags. Even these buses, oh my god, the dog scared me, but even these buses, some of them I think are financed by the European Union. So Georgia is advancing towards entering the European Union. Obviously it's gonna take time. Certain how can I say, certain criteria still needs to be worked on and to be fulfilled, but it's quite an advancement for the country. And continuing on, we can see the Mishkashvili theater in the distance. Pardon me for the pronunciation there as well. And yeah, so this is the main square, and there is a beautiful park behind me. And yeah, so for now let's get into the city center where the people are.
So many days is yet to come. Many times has come to pass. Too many moments put aside. Getting out alive, getting out alive. Writing letters in the sand. Lost to ocean's gentle hand. Sunrise, I will thrive. Getting out alive, getting out alive. When you find that open door, you gotta let them love you more. Tender hearts will always fight. Darkness of the light.
So what we are seeing right here, these statues are the sisters Ishkneli. So the family of Georgian urban folk songs singers. The vocal quartet consisted of sisters Nino, Tamari, Zinaida and Alexandra Ishkneli From 1955, Alexandra was replaced by her sister Mariami, and so the ensemble was officially formed in 1941 during the Second World War, and the quartet held concerts in military units to encourage the soldiers. Sister made a great contribution to the development of Kutaisi urban folklore tradition. With their creativity and individual performance, they promoted Georgian romance. Since 2006, the street in the old district of the town near Bagrati Cathedral, where sisters were born, is called after them. Just a couple of things I wanted to point. You can see here the first sister. She's called Nino, and here in Georgia the name Nino, it's actually for female, while in many countries like in Italy, or I'm not sure in which other countries, and I think in Spain as well, and some other countries, this is for a male. So that's quite particular. I've met one Nino in person 3 years ago. But yeah, and yeah, also the street, it's near the Bagrati Cathedral, which we were earlier there. And alright, here we are in the Kutaisi Park. Let's continue on and see what else we can find here in the city of Kutaisi. Lots of traffic, and the drivers are not the most respectful of rules. You need to keep your eyes open when you're walking, but that's similar also in Turkey. They never stop, but that happens also in my country, in Italy, so I'm not very surprised. But yeah, always keep your eyes open, guys.
Alright guys, I just made it home here in Italy, and I want to announce that I bought a new camera, so I'm planning on improving massively the quality of the videos. I still need to upload one more chapter from Istanbul and one from Bulgaria, and afterwards you can expect a massive improvements on the quality of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and stay tuned for the next ones. See ya!